Hey there Facebook, it is Vanessa here again, your motivational speaker, trainer and head coach from Live, Love, Give, and I'm coming to you from the snow today here in beautiful Utah at I think it's called, I don't know, I tagged it in Lady of the Lake or something like that. So it's a beautiful, beautiful spot, and I had a double message for you guys today. The first one being that I really want to talk into, really speaking up in your relationships and stopping expecting everybody to be a mind reader, because all it really does is kill connection, create separateness, and ultimately build resentments that stay as these blockages in the depth of connection that we're all looking to experience. And also, I just wanted to, I'll whip the camera around. My second message is really, how often are you guys getting out into beautiful nature? I mean, like, you know, I'm so guilty of this. This is a frozen lake, by the way. Like, I came here, I think about a week or two ago, and this was not frozen over. So it's super beautiful here, and I'm loving it. But so what I really wanted to bring to you guys is definitely hoping that today's message gets you thinking about getting back into nature, because me, for one, I have been stuck pretty much just, you know, working, and I get into this mode all the time where I'm just like, I'm at my desk, I'm kind of sitting, I'm hanging out in my robe all day, and I'm doing all the stuff that I love doing, but at some point you just kind of, and particularly because I've been sick, I haven't been getting to the gym and haven't been getting out into my body, and I've really felt the effects of that. And so I want to, part of the message, the short quick one, was that just I want to remind you guys to get out into nature, stop learning so much and overthinking so much and doing so much on the laptop and all of that stuff, and actually get out into nature and regroup a little bit. You know, give yourself a mental break, get out, breathe some fresh air. It will do you the world of good. And I'm sending that message to myself right now. I'm just being reminded of it. And so the real message that I wanted to deliver to you guys today is that it's really around our relationships. And I know I've delivered a message regarding this before, but I want to reiterate again, because I think that it's super, super important, because most of us are in these relationships and we're feeling obligation, we're feeling burnt out, we're feeling like we have all these expectations on ourselves to do these things that we don't necessarily want to do, and we force ourselves to do it because it's family, or, you know, we're supposed to, or it's expected of us, or whatever it is. And ultimately we don't speak up about what our needs are, we don't speak up about what we really want, and then we end up creating disconnection in our relationships and resentments, because we're sick and tired of feeling like everything is expected of us and we're trying to please everybody, we're trying to keep everybody happy, and ultimately we're not speaking up, and we're blaming everybody else because they're making us do all this stuff that we don't want to do in our lives. But ultimately, I want you guys to take responsibility for how you're feeling. If you are not getting clear on what your needs are, and you're continuing to try and be a people pleaser, try and keep everybody happy, and you feel like it's coming at the expense of your truth, and you're doing all this stuff out of obligation rather than love or desire to do it, then ultimately you're the one who needs to wake up. It's not them. You haven't yet clarified what are your needs, and you haven't communicated about them. So you actually haven't given them an opportunity to treat you any differently, because at the end of the day, we're all walking around with our own models of the world, and we all think that our way is the right way and the only way, until somebody alerts us to the fact that they think differently to us. But if you don't communicate your differences to them, how are they going to know? You're actually not giving them an opportunity to treat you any differently, to behave any differently. You are not setting healthy boundaries. So it's up to you. It's not about blaming them or feeling resentful towards them or living this life of obligation and expectation. get clear, communicate to the people that you want, communicate that you've got different values to them, and say, hey, you know what? I want a relationship with you. I want to have connection with you, but we're having some differences of values here. And I am first to take ownership that I have been operating in this realm of feeling obligated to do this stuff, feeling like it's expected of me. And I haven't felt good about it, and I've developed some resentments because of my actions and inaction of lack of communication. And now I need to stop that, because I'm seeing that it is disconnecting us immensely, and it's heading in a direction that I don't want for either of us. And so this is a time I'm going to be really clear and upfront about my differing values. And what I would love from you is to fully accept me for all of who I am. I'm going to fully accept you for all of who you are. And for us to move forward in relationship to one another, then we have to respect each other's differences, respect each other's values. And you know, if this is the conversation that has to be had, instead of feeling like you're obligated. You know what? Nobody wants you there if you're not going to be happy about it. If you're going to be resentful, if you're going to be down, don't be there. You know, no, that's not doing anybody any favors, and it's certainly not doing you any favors. So the sooner you get clear on what your values are and you communicate them lovingly and openly from a place of strength, and you fully accept the others, because you can't expect to be accepted if you're not accepting of them. Until you get to that place, you are going to continue to create disconnection to the point where you don't enjoy each other's company anymore, and there's not much you can do about it because you're not willing to give it an opportunity to make a change. So I'm going off about this one today, and must be all this nice fresh air in the mountains here. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm definitely going to check in with you guys and see who's been able to join me. But let me know, like, have you got any questions, got any comments, got any experience with this? I'd love to hear from you. And let me see, I've got Nancy and Roxana and Chris and Eric and Sam and Joe. Thank you for your kind words there, Joe. And Pravin, loving that this is resonating. And Adrian, sending total positivity and love, truth, honesty. Love it, Adrian. And so appreciate, as always, having you here. And I've got Caesar, wise words. Oh, thank you so much for your kind compliments. Loving that this message is of value to you. And good morning to you, Maddie. And Peter, loving that this is resonating with you too. And Safon and Eric, thank you. I'm always so grateful to hear that these messages are of value to you. And like I said, guys, I am in this beautiful spot. I'm going to, Bitu, I'm loving that this is resonating. Drop any questions or comments now, and I will check in with you. I just want to whip this camera around, and for any of you guys out there who, you know, my Aussie friends back in Australia, I know it's summertime there, but here's a little bit of winter for you. I'm just loving it out here, and really want to encourage you guys to get out into nature. You know, get out there, don't do what I do most of the week and stay warm inside, and definitely, you know, check it out outside. And I'd love to see some photos from the nature that's around you guys. And I got Rashid, so helpful, we keep learning, and we will give the spirit to others. Absolutely, Rashid, I so appreciate you, and I love that you're from the Netherlands, someplace I have not yet been, but definitely want to get to. And loving that you're liking the scenery here, Chris. And Umima, I'm sorry if I just butchered your name, but thank you for these real great messages. We are the ones responsible for our actions and choices. Absolutely. And I love that that resonated. So guys, I really hope that this message today has inspired you on two fronts. Number one, to get out into nature, and I want to see some pictures from you guys, so send them to me. And also, I hope that it's got you thinking about take responsibility. If you're not feeling great in your relationships, ask yourself, have I actually given these other people an opportunity to treat me any differently? Have I actually communicated that I'm different to them? Have I communicated that I value different things to them? Have I communicated is the key? And if you haven't, what are you doing? Get clear on what your needs are and have an open, courageous conversation with the intention of recreating a better dynamic between the two of you, so that you don't continue to live a life of obligation, people pleasing, expectations, and feel like you're just resentful to them and the situation and the dynamic. So that is it. I've just got Jessica. I just got back from the trail run on a mountain trail in Phoenix, Arizona. Oh, a place I really want to get to. Felt so good to get out and enjoyed the beauty of our fall weather and landscaping. That's awesome, Jessica. I love hearing that. And Chris, and who would I have to be to see the results I want? Absolutely. Awesome. I love that you just brought that to the conversation, Chris. That's awesome. You know, and think about that. You know, definitely you're going to need to bring a bit more of your courage. You're going to have to bring a little bit more of your consciousness, and you're definitely going to have to be more self-valuing, because oftentimes, you know, we don't get clear on this stuff that matters, and we don't get clear on what we really need and able to communicate it, because ultimately we're not valuing ourselves enough, and we're so terrified of being rejected that we sell ourselves out, we sell our truth out, and we don't get clear. So I love that you just brought that to the conversation, and I definitely invite all you guys to answer that awesome question. Thanks so much, Chris. And Tracy, love having you here. And Kathy, loving that this is resonating. And Cruz, yeah, I'm having a conversation with you right now. So if you have any last questions, comments, feedback, let me know. And that really is it from me today, guys. I am sending you all of my love, light, blessings, gratitude, energy, enthusiasm, everything extraordinary coming to you, to wherever you are in the world today. I hope it's as beautiful as this beautiful place in Utah that I am at right now. And definitely, if you have any questions or comments, drop them below and I will definitely get back to you. And I hope you're enjoying the rest of your day. I'm going to flip the camera around, give you one last little beautiful look at this beautiful part of the world. And I'm sending you my love, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I think it's like 3 degrees, but it's beautiful. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining me.